Guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Got a beer here from the Pipeworks Brewing Company. This is their Imperial Hyperdog. Imperial Stout with cacaos, vanilla, lactose, and coffee. Now, this was $7.99. I picked it up over at Dillsburg at Route 15 Beverage. A little expensive, we'll say. 10.5 alcohol by volume. Seems to be the way the world is going now, just to price people out of things, elitism almost. But it is what it is, I guess. I guess you can't complain because you can't do anything about it. I guess that's the futility of the world. Sorry, but there will be bitching like that because it's the way it is. Now, I got a glass from the Fourscore Brewing Company. Got a glass for free, which is free glass is pretty damn good. So let's pour it in. See what we got going on here. Looks nice. Looks the groups. Looks the gloopies. I like that. The gloopies is good. Look at that. Pretty cool. Listen to a Mortem demo. Evil Dead. That looks nice. Alright. Look at that. Looks gloopy. Looks nice. Alright, well, definitely some stuff sticking on this one. Alright, this doesn't look a bit thin, which is fucking awesome. Little rind of the caramel hue at the pinnacle of the glass. Gets my nose on this one. Yeah, big char. Big coffee, big chocolate. This smells like walnut husk actually coming out of here, even though I don't think this is barrel aged. But there's some like nuttiness coming out of here that's crazy. It's Imperial Milk Stout with cacao nibs, vanilla, lactose, and coffee. So there you go. Let's see. I don't know. Pipeworks started in 2019. 10% alcohol by volume. And they're from Chicago, Illinois. So there you go. It's weird because I'm getting lovely char, coffee, a little bit of that nuttiness as I was talking about, that kind of walnut husk. It's not barrel aged as far as I know, but I'm getting walnut husk, which is crazy. It might be coming from the coffee too, that extra nuttiness, you know. Let's get into it. Cheers. It smells great. It smells awesome. Oh, it is a bit thin. Damn. It looked gloopy as shit. But it is a bit thin. Okay. So it was that high side of a medium tapering into that low side of a full body. So it is a bit thin. Not like full carbonation either. It's kind of, I wouldn't say lifeless, but it's a little light on that. Because there is some carbonation though. Okay. Huge nose. Beautiful huge nose. Lackadaisical on the taste. First beer of the day. No big deal. But, I mean, the nose was huge. Huge. All the char, coffee, nuttiness, the whole deal. This is pretty light. It's easy drinking for 10.5, which is very impressive. Very easy drinking, very approachable. No warming, nothing like that. Muted baker's chocolate, a little bit of roasty toasty complex on the back of the palate, a little earthiness, no big deal. There is a little coffee wafting around the palate. It is sweet. There's some sweetness there. Mixing with that kind of roasty toastiness, there's some sweetness from that lactose. A little bit of baker's chocolate, a little bit of milk chocolate. Still getting a little of that nuttiness in the back of the palate, mixing in with that roasty toasty quality. I don't know if it's walnut husk. It almost reminds me a little bit of an almond, that kind of vibe. So it must be coming a little bit from that coffee, because I don't think this is barrel aged at all. Sad, it is a little bit thin though. It is a little bit thin. It always look a little bit gloopy, a little bit sticky. I was like, oh boy, this might be a big old delicious thing. And it is tasty. It's just on the lower side. 10.5% alcohol by volume. Definitely a big boy. It looks like it has some gloop more in the bottom of the bottle or can. Pipeworks Brewing. So if you can see that logo right there, there it is. A little mash paddle and a monkey wrench, or a pipe wrench, I guess you want to call it. Nothing else to really say. There's a dog. That's the hyper dog, apparently. So, sorry the sticker's in the way. Completely easy drinking, crushable, 10.5% Imperial Stout. Yeah, I just said that. Be right back. Got a tickle. Sorry about that. Had the old schnoz. Tickle. Yeah. I think to some, it would be like a full body. I really don't feel it. I think it's like tapering into the low side of a full body, but I think it could be amped up a little bit more. I think there is some stuff that was probably settling in the bottom of the can that's in now that's giving it a little bit more creaminess. I don't usually have to do the roll around thing with Imperial Stouts, but there is some liveliness kind of coming up from the carbonation still. It's kind of moving around. It's enjoyable. It's just not blowing my doors off at all. It's not wowing me. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So it's a perfectly fine beer. Good beer. It's a good beer. Is it $7.99 beer? No, I don't think so. But I'd happily pay, $5 a can for it. I mean, that's not insulting. You know what I mean? Like, no, $5 a can, I'd pay for that. That's a nice beer. I know, like, prices are going up, so, I mean, I hate the fact that $20 4-pack should be coming like norm, and I don't like that. I don't think it's a thing that should be happening. Now we have asshole companies doing $33 a 4-pack, which is fucking ludicrous. Absolutely fucking ludicrous. I was over, and Dill's over there at Route 15 Beverage. That's where I see a lot of these prices, and I just go, well, I just don't understand it. They have, I saw Hubbard's Cave do this a while ago, but the prices weren't astronomical. But they're doing 2-packs, so it's 2 cans for $19.99. Really? Okay, so that you're essentially, if you added you're almost a $40 4-pack. And I didn't agree when Dogfish Head did it. So I'm not going to agree, I'm not going to give Dogfish Head a pass or these guys a pass and say Dogfish Head shouldn't do it. I don't think anybody should do it. So it's the workings of elitism, and that's all that is. It's phasing out demographics of people who can't afford $40 4-packs. That's all it is. It's just that. So, because everyone forgot, they just started making beer in their bathroom and stuff because they couldn't afford it or they didn't have what they had or this or this, and it was kind of a ragtag kind of punk mentality when they first started to brew, and they all forgot that. Now they're all businessmen. They're all fucking high-class Wall Street journalists, pieces of shit. That's what it seems like to me. So fuck you, and there you go. Not Pipeworks. I mean, $7.99 is too much for this beer, but a $5. So this for $5, I probably wouldn't snicker too much at it because it is a fine beer. Yeah. I mean, honestly, the Goose Islands I got a couple Goose Islands. Some of them were free, and that's the right price. And then some were $8.99. And I know they don't charge that all everywhere, but $8.99 is a good price for, I think, for a Goose Island because of the quality that you get. I like the taste, and if this one kicked it up a little bit, no notch, I'd have no problem doing $7.99 for this can. It's just a little lackadaisical for what I get. Like if it was a bombastic motherfucker, and I would let you know because I'm an honest shooter, and that's what you get when you get here. That's why people don't like me too, is because I tell it like it is. If the flavors that I was getting were a little bit more amped up and the body was a little more amped up, I probably wouldn't have a problem paying $7.99 a can. Just flat out. So, if I'm getting what I want out of the bottle, if I get the experience I want, I don't mind paying so much the price. I won't buy lots of them. I'll buy or two or whatever, but I would rather. Plus, if you buy a single, you're going to pay a little bit more than buying a 4-pack or whatever, that kind of thing. So it should go down in price the more you buy as far as quantity goes. And that's not always the case either, so which is fucking ridiculous. But anywho, Pipeworks, they make a good beer. They make a fine beer. This is pretty damn good. Not blowing my doors off, nothing like that, but let me give it another sip and I'll give it a rating. Overall, from what I'm getting, it's definitely textbook. I think it's a little bit above that. As I poured the rest of it in, I'm getting a metallic twinge that I'm not used to, that wasn't in there initially. It's muting some of those nice flavors, that nutty flavor, a little bit of that char, a little bit of that baker stock. It's kind of getting muddled up a little bit. So there might have been something in the bottom of the can that's adding a little bit of body, but it's kind of muddling up the flavor. But I want to say this is a pretty good beer. And depending on where you get beer, obviously the prices are going to vary because, unfortunately, there's no set price for beer, which is, at the same time kind of shitty. It just depends on where you are and who's giving it to you and how much they want to be a price gouging piece of shit. So some of it is out of the brewery's hands. I'd say rating. I want to say 8. I'm just going to give it an 8. 8 out of 10 for the Pipeworks Imperial Hyperdog. This has been Paul for PABrewNews. Cheers. Bye-bye. Watch that fair. Woo!